Bienvenue à tous et à toutes dans cette méditation matinale. Prenons simplement quelques instants pour s'installer confortablement. On ferme doucement nos yeux, laissons notre attention se tourner vers l'intérieur. On va monter tous ensemble notre Kundalini et faire cette bandane de protection. On fait Namaskar, Namasté au pied de mer. On met notre attention sur Sri Ganesha, sur notre Muladhara chakra. On va inviter Sri Ganesha par le mantra Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, s'il vous plaît, éveillez en nous l'innocence, la simplicité, la sagesse divine et l'humilité. S'il vous plaît, Shri Ganesha, protège notre attention et garde nos cœurs purs. On va mettre les deux mains sur la terre-mère ou vers la terre-mère. Ressentons la terre sous nous, sa stabilité, sa patience, sa douceur. La terre-mère qui nous porte sans jamais rien demander en retour. On va s'incliner intérieurement devant la terre-mère. Terre-mère, merci de nous porter, de nous nourrir. Merci de nous donner votre stabilité, votre équilibre. Que notre attention devienne aussi simple, humble et stable que vous, terre-mère. Portons notre attention sur notre Kundalini qui réside dans le sacrum. Mantra Shri Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Notre mère Kundalini, vous qui êtes notre propre pouvoir d'amour, s'il vous plaît, élève-nous doucement. S'il vous plaît, emmène notre attention vers notre véritable soi. S'il vous plaît, laissez-nous devenir silencieux, innocents et libres. On garde notre attention au Sahasrara. Je vais lire un petit extrait de Mère. Vénérez votre soi. La Vierge est une femme simple. Elle est extrêmement simple. Elle ne comprend pas quels sont vos plans, ce qui est si important pour vous, ni rien. Son importance, c'est sa virginité. Elle le sait bien et elle ne permettra à personne d'y toucher. C'est sa propriété, c'est sa richesse, c'est sa grandeur. Et elle est humble parce qu'elle n'a peur de personne. Elle n'est pas agressive, mais elle ne permet à personne de l'agresser. Personne n'ose agresser une vraie vierge. Une nouvelle page a été tournée maintenant pour Sahaja Yoga. Je dois vous avertir à ce sujet. Ne prenez pas trop de liberté avec Sahaja Yoga. Vous ne rendez service à personne d'autre qu'à vous-même. Faites attention. Prenez mes avertissements toujours au sérieux. Vous devez tous vous développer très bien maintenant. Ce n'est pas seulement faire une mapuja qui va vous aider. Je peux vous le dire. Maintenant, vous feriez mieux de vénérer votre soi. Vous devez vénérer toutes les déités en vous-même. Nettoyez-les. En premier, c'est le dieu et la déesse de l'humilité, de l'innocence, de la simplicité. Vénérez-les. Tant que vous ne vénérez pas cela, vous ne pourrez pas aller plus loin, vous ne serez pas protégé. Encore une fois, je vous dis qu'une nouvelle page a été de tourner. Ne prenez pas de liberté avec Sahaja Yoga, qui vous a accordé toutes les bénédictions. Vous avez vu la lumière du jour, mais soyez prêts pour la nuit. Personne ne devrait essayer de prendre des libertés. Essayez de vous améliorer. Plus de plaintes. Si vous ne pouvez pas vivre dans une maison collective, vous feriez mieux de vous en partir. Ce n'est pas pour votre commodité. Personne n'a besoin de vous. Je vous le dis, personne n'a besoin de vous. Vous devez avoir besoin de votre soi. Si vous êtes des chercheurs, si vous voulez trouver vos racines, tout est disponible pour vous. Mais pour atteindre vos racines, vous devez être humble, pas être arrogant. Nous devons comprendre pourquoi nous ne progressons pas. En fait, sont arrogants ceux qui manquent de confiance en eux-mêmes. La confiance en soi est cassée chez les personnes dont le soi ne se manifeste pas. Laissez votre soi se manifester. Quand le soi ne se manifeste pas, vous avez toutes sortes de problèmes et ensuite vous vous plaignez. En fait, le problème se trouve en vous. C'est Dieu qui devrait se plaindre. Pensez-y, celui qui a créé cet univers, celui qui vous a tous créés avec tant d'amour et d'affection, c'est lui qui vous a donné tout ce qui existe, aussi celui qui vous a donné la réalisation, vous a donné de la lumière, tout ce qui est possible, et vous vous plaignez de lui. Vous ne devriez pas plaigner vous de vous-même. Je ne vais pas bien, je devrais aller bien. Plaignez-vous de vous-même, faites face à vous-même. Comme les enfants, quand ils font face au miroir, se disent, c'est quelqu'un d'autre. Comment le croire? Ils ne s'identifient jamais avec l'image qu'ils voient d'eux-mêmes. Ils s'identifient avec l'image de ce qu'ils sont. Ils ne créent pas d'image artificielle ou ne s'attardent pas sur des images qui les font se sentir égocentriques. Ils vivent avec la réalité telle qu'elle est. Nous sommes faits comme ça. C'est un talk de premier jour du Navaratri à Londres le 17 octobre 1982. Jai Mataji. S'il vous plaît, mère, réveillons-nous l'innocence, la simplicité, la sagesse et l'humilité. S'il vous plaît, mère, protège notre attention et garde nos corps purs. On garde notre attention au Sahasrara et on reste en silence. Restons quelques instants dans ce sentiment de silence, douceur, en l'amour de notre mère. On va ensemble regarder un talk de Sri Mataji. Donc, on garde notre attention à cela. C'est un talk de Sri Kubira Puja. Give up from your heart.
Not Virat. Not Virat. To establish. Today we are going to worship Sri Krishna as a very great personality, and you know why he came on this earth to establish this is the new form of not Virat, not Virata, but a form by which this country became so prosperous. And by his advent only, he created a beautiful mentality among the people, how to develop this country with dharma. And you had very great leaders who followed him and who worshipped him in a way and created a new world of this America. But unfortunately, as the time passed on, his form vanished from the minds of the people. The reason was Krishna was represented here by a very, very wrong type of people who had no idea about Sri Krishna. That he was a great master of wealth, that he knew how to use the wealth and how to create the wealth with dharma, not with adharma. They all forgot about it completely and gradually started using maneuvering powers, all kinds of adharmic things, cheating, grabbing money, spending their money in absolutely uselessly. He is Kubera. He doesn't need any money, of course. He achieves money. And not only that, he lived in money. They said that he created a golden house for him, absolutely made with gold in Dwarika. But it's submerged in the water, in the sea. And nobody believed that it is true. But now they have found out his house under the waters, very deep waters. So, all their conjecture about him was wrong, all false. That he was definitely a man who made lots of money by dharma. Also, he was a son of a king, and he built this Dwarika out of gold. It is still there, and people have found it, but under the sea. Thousands of years have passed, but still existed. Only because perhaps we belong to Sri Krishna, it is still existing. That's what it is. Because he was the one who was for Satya, for truth. He was for truth. And he worked out everything on the principle of truth. Whatever was not truth, he tried to finish it up. Whatever was destructive, he tried to remove that. And he established himself through truth only. He is the one who represents the truth, absolute truth, and how the truth can prevail in everything. I'm just the opposite of him because I don't understand money at all. But he's looking after that part in my life. I'm so hopelessly bad. I don't understand banking. I don't understand money. I can't even count money. Now, what can you say to that? But he's there to look after. And I have never a dearth of money, never a dearth of any wealth. It's all full of it. Also, it comes through your sense of satisfaction. If you have that sense of satisfaction, you don't look for money. What happened in your country that some people got money? If you got little money, then you get the taste of money. They are not satisfied people. So like mad, they went on spending on nonsensical things. It is something very much human. After human evolution, after you have reached a certain state of enlightenment, then all these demeaning things like greed all disappear from your character. You don't have that greed in you anymore, and you become extremely a satisfied person. To you, money is there, all right, but it's not so important. It is just that you think you don't need it, and you get it. All done by Sri Krishna all over. Can you imagine? He is doing all this, looking after you and helping you with money. We started Sahaja Yoga without a single pie. I never had any problem. So, one thing, as Kubera, he is the supplier of money. He looks after people who don't have money. He gives money to people who stand by truth. who enjoy the life of truth. It is his work that people enjoy wealth. Otherwise they don't. They have this much, they want to have more. That means they don't enjoy the wealth. They have a little, they want to get much more. Why? Because they are not enjoying whatever they have. But after self-realization, you will see that you enjoy whatever you have. You enjoy it fully, absolutely, and you don't hanker after something that is not there. Doesn't matter if you don't have. Many a times people have asked me, Mother, why not we have the puja of Krishna as Kubera? I said, no. Just now everybody is trying to become Kuber. Let them learn a lesson. And then we will have the puja of Kubera. And that's why today I have agreed to have this puja. Because now you have seen what happens if you have greed. You go on committing all kinds of sins, all kinds of wrong things, which can destroy your country. Such a rich country has now become a poor country. Where is that money gone? They're very clever. Somebody told me today that it's money with the insurance. My God, I said, the law is such that you can't get out that money. Secondly, they said that it is in offshore and all that. I said, but see now, they were never afraid that they'll be caught up. And they continued for so many years. But I'm sure one day they'll all be exposed by Kubera himself. So, today by worshipping Kubera, what we are doing, we are going to establish the truth of money. What lies behind the money? What is the point of having money? This country had money. As a result, so many good people came here to work, and you had so many complimentary things. You had lots of people who have complimented. Because I think in certain things Americans were a little less. Not in intelligence, but in brilliance I think they were a little bit lacking. So they got very brilliant people from abroad. And also they were very focused people, so they worked it out very well. Also they respected people who came with brains. So this is what happens when you forget that truth is the main point. If you don't have the truth, no use having money. Because what you did was to go around with this thing, that thing, all kinds of things, to just get money. The other day I was traveling through Las Vegas, last year. And when we stopped at that airport, so many people walked into the aeroplane. And they all were looking as if somebody is dead in their family, what has happened. First I couldn't understand. Then I said, Mother, they have lost all their money. So, when they have money, they are jumping. Next moment, they are crying because they have lost the money. What's the use of such a money, which is so temporary, which is so useless? But that is human nature, to run after Maya. And this is the quality of money, that it gives you Maya. Maya like this, that they get a little money somewhere. With that little money, they buy something. Then they think money is very important. You can buy lots of things. You can buy cars, you can buy aeroplanes, this, that. So there is where Maya plays on. And you start running after that mad money, which makes you mad. It's nice that at this juncture they have discovered the falsehood of this Maya money. And I'm so happy that they were all handcuffed and all their power of money was finished. So, this Kubera is working out all these tricks. Krishna is a very tricky, extremely tricky personality. He puts the tricks every action after every action. Now, money matters, he first befools you that you run after it. And then you just discover that it was stupidity. We have a story in our country called Sheikh Chili. He got little money and he got into the grab of this Maya. So he thought, I can do very well. So he started dreaming as to what he should do. So he went and bought lots of eggs. And he said, now these eggs will have little chicks, which will grow, which will I'll sell, and I'll have so much money, like that he was talking. And while thinking about it in his mind, went off to sleep. And then in his sleep he fell on the eggs, and all the eggs broke. So the Maya was over. This should happen early, but if it doesn't happen, then you end up in the jail or something like that. Sahaja Yoga is one thing which gives you a complete vision of the destruction that can follow this Maya business. It is something such a insight that you don't have to do anything with it. I'm different, I told you, I don't understand it at all. But even if you understand the value of money, even if you understand that money can bring lots of things to you, despite that you don't look at it, just turn your face. That is the sign of a real Sahaja Yogi. To him, it doesn't matter, temperamentally. It's not that he does something for that or tells his mind, nothing. Temperamentally, he doesn't care for money, just because he's above it. The one who is above money is a real Sahaja. The one who is engulfed in the nonsense and the Maya of money is not a Sahaja. Of course, I have seen most of the Sahaja Yogis are extremely honest, especially in the West. But in India, there's a disease, as you have some here viruses. We have certain viruses in India also. So they still go on running after money. To them, money is important. But in the evolutionary process, if you reach a certain state where you rise above your Nabhi chakra, rise your Nabhi chakra, then money is not so important. It's not so important. To me, I find I cannot buy things unnecessary. Of course, there are so many unnecessary things gathered because you people give me presents, this, that. But myself, you will be amazed, I'm so nervous, or I should say hesitant, or you may call it absolutely absent from the spot where they are doing any business, any purchasing. Come here and fix it, please. It falls down, so I'm holding on.
Okay.
Correct?
Now
Now all right. In the same way, Sahaja Yogis have to fix their mind. To their spirit and enjoy the powers of pure spirit, your own. That enjoyment, once you get it, you don't fall to your greed. This is something very, very simple. But sometimes you don't do it. You get enamored by something, maybe a car, maybe an aeroplane, I don't know what, whatever it is. It's a headache to have too many cars, isn't it? But people have. They think by that people are impressed and they think no end of themselves or not. Nothing. If they are impressed, what is the use to us? What do we get out of it? Sahaja Yogi has his own spirit to enjoy more than anything else. He doesn't want to possess anything. It's a headache to possess things also. The other side of it is a Mahalakshmi. If that principle is within you, Mahalakshmi principle, you will have never a problem of money. On the contrary, you will know how to stop it. So far, as I am concerned, I get fed up of my Mahalakshmi principle. Because I don't know from where it works out, how it works out. Without any effort. But temperamentally, I have no interest at all. Temperamentally. But it is I don't know what is the cause of this effect. Now supposing I buy some small thing, just like that. It will sell at least 10 times more. It will be of value at least 10 times more. I don't know how. It's very surprising. Automatically, I'll buy something very small and I find it's very expensive. How it works, that must be miracles of Mahalakshmi, I think. So, what I have to tell you is this, that you should not worry about your financial situations at all. Do not go on calculating. Do not see how much money you have in the bank, what you have to do with your money, where you should invest. I have seen people going mad planning the whole thing. There's no need to do that once you are a surgeon. It all works automatically. The greed is within you just like any other disease. As you have diseases, greed is also there. As your diseases can get cured with Sahaja Yoga, your diseases, as much as your greed is, it vanishes. If you don't know what is greed is, the only way to counterbalance is to become extremely generous. If you are extremely generous, greed will run away. That may be another way of doing it. Supposing you get something in your house and you think it is too much. Not to get rid of it, but just to think it's too much, you should give it to someone. You just start thinking, whom can you give? And immediately you will remember, oh, that person doesn't have this. Let me give him this. And if you give him, he'll be so thankful. And he'll say all kinds of nice things to you, which normally nobody would say to you. Nobody. And it's surprising how joy-giving it is, how people like your generosity. So you have to be generous, just generous, not with yourself, but with others. As much as possible, be generous. Generosity is very love-giving, one of the expressions of your love. Many a times it has happened with me that I saw somebody needed something and kept it in my mind. And I bought that thing and gave it to that person. And the amount of love that person gave me was 1,000 times more than what I would have got joy out of buying it, buy that thing. It was so insipid for me, but for him it was. He told so many people, mother gave me this, mother gave me that. I was surprised. Then they asked me, Mother, how did you give him? I said, just out of love. Many people took to Sahaja Yoga thinking, what a generosity is. So to be generous is the best way to live in this world. After all, it's a headache to have too many things. Better to get rid of them. But out of love, if you do that, you will be know how much they'll be appreciative of you. Another thing is to
İçim ateşi. On met notre attention sahasrara. On va réciter ensemble le dernier mantra du sahasrara. Om Swameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Merci, bonne journée à tout le monde.